Well, good morning, Dragons. Today is Thursday, March 19th, 2026. If you can please stand, place your right hand over your heart and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much, scholars. You can please be seated. First, I would like to apologize for the connection issues. I'm not sure why it looks like Mr. Trejo is moving like a robot or like super slow, but I tried the best that I could to fix it, but I don't know what's wrong with it. So we're just gonna keep going, and hopefully you can hear my voice. And if you would rather not pay attention to the screen, that's fine too. Okay? So I'm gonna look at some birthdays here really quick, just because I want to make sure, as per usual, we don't forget anybody. Nope. And again, teachers, if your students are saying, it's my birthday, please let me know. I would love to shout them out. I don't want to miss anybody on their special day. Let's see. 3, 9. No. 3, 16, no. 19, 3, 15, 3, 8. Oh, I have one. All right, so help me wish a big happy birthday to Jake in 6th grade, who is celebrating his birthday today. Happy birthday, Jake. I hope that you enjoy your day today. Again, I know our ideal spot, right? The place where we would like to be celebrating our birthday is not here in school, but that's just how the calendar rolls. So maybe next year you'll have it on a weekend. I don't really know. But I hope that you still find some way to enjoy your birthday today. Hopefully later after school, you can do something that you enjoy for your birthday, or your parents or your family takes you out for your birthday, or over the weekend, however so. But enjoy your day today, Jake, and happy birthday. Looks like we got some people watching, or I'm sure there's others, but these are my people that are commenting. So, buenos días, mis amigos en segundo grado, con Miss Rodriguez. Good morning, scholars. And then we have Miss Mercado and her kindergarteners. Buenos días. Good morning, kindergarten. Thank you for tuning in and for watching. Now moving over to what is for lunch. So, friends, because today is Thursday, you know as well as I know that our lunch menu item today is pizza. So you guys are going to be having pizza for lunch today. So make sure that you grab that if that is something that you enjoy. Again, if not, there is other options. But most important thing is that you do find something to eat, as you do need to continue eating throughout the day. Okay, especially if you want your brains to work at 100%. You gotta have food in your bellies. You gotta be awake. You gotta be hydrated and alert and ready to go. Okay, so that's what you'll be having for lunch today. And then moving on to our weather. Today it is looking like, my friends, it is getting very chilly the past couple of days. Let's see. Currently right now it is 54 degrees and mostly cloudy. Wind is making it feel a lot cooler, about like 48 degrees. Partly cloudy conditions expected all around 5 o'clock. Today's temperature range is from 53 degrees to about 76, but it's going to feel more like 47 degrees as the low to 73 degrees as the high. Okay? Now, if you didn't know, Mr. Trejo was actually off campus these past 2 days with 3 of my beta students. We traveled to Georgia, and I'll explain a little bit more about that. But I do want to share the weather over there. So In Georgia, it was actually a lot more colder than I'm sure it was here. So again, it affected everybody in different areas, different temperatures, whether it was cooler or hotter. But that's what we're looking like today. And it does look like it's going to be that way in the cooler temperatures tomorrow as well. So I think that works out because if you remember, tomorrow's our field day, and better to be a little bit cooler than super scorching hot like we normally are, right? At least I think so. So that's what your weather is looking like today. Next, we're going to move on to our honor code. So if you can please repeat the honor code after me, we will start off in English. Here we go. I will arrive to school each day on time and ready to work. I will treat all with respect and dignity. I will solve any conflicts that arise peacefully. I will care for and protect our environment. Awesome. Ahora en español, seré puntual y estaré listo para trabajar. Trataré a todos con respeto y dignidad. Resolveré los conflictos de forma pacífica. Cuidaré y protegeré nuestro medio ambiente. Booyah! Way to go, scholars. As per usual, you guys are the best. Thank you for always repeating that honor code and remembering that that is what we stand by here at ICA. All right, now, looking at the rest of our week, because we are on Thursday, which means we got 2 more days of fun and exciting things, right? Sometimes. But in this case, it is. So today we have a parent workshop later this afternoon in the evening time after school is over. Again, the topic is centered and focused on the Immokalee Foundation. So remember, even if you are not currently going to middle school or anything like that, if your parents are questioning, right, or if they're trying to figure out if this is something that you should be a part of later on, right? Make sure that they come to the meeting tonight so that they can hear all the information about the Immokalee Foundation, what they offer, what services, what career pathways they have available to each of you, and how it'll help you in the long run, okay? Because I know right now, if you're in it, you're probably like, man, this is a lot of work, yada, yada, yada. But I promise you, all that work is going to pay off at the end, right? At least if you make it that way, okay? Don't let all of these years of being in the foundation or hearing all this information kind of just go in ear, one ear, out the other. Make something out of it, okay? You're learning about something new to be able to figure out what career and what future you want for yourself. So make sure that your parents come if they would like to be a part of the meeting. Again, very important information and very beneficial information, okay? So that's later tonight. We also have tomorrow our report card distribution that's going to be happening, hopefully. Again, if anything changes, you'll be the first to hear about it in email or through word of mouth, right? If your teachers hear about it. So you should be receiving them tomorrow, but if not, you'll get them at some point, okay? And then most importantly, right, the most exciting thing that we have planned for the rest of this week is our field day. Now, this is technically our first ever field day for ICA. Now you're probably thinking, Mr. Trejo, we always have parties and celebrate and do fun things. Well, as much as that is true, this is the first year that we are hosting what is called a field day, okay? Other elementary schools have done this over the years, and we kind of tied in with either like Dia de los Niños when we used to celebrate that, or just some type of big spring celebration. Well, we're actually going to figure out, right, how we can incorporate field day in our campus, but make it a little bit different to what other schools look like, maybe. Okay? So, we are going to be having our field day tomorrow. Again, all of it is going to be held over across the street at the Immokalee Sports Complex, Parks and Rec. Again, it's going to entirely be all day. Okay? So, all morning, around by 9 o'clock. We should be over and walked over to the park to start our field day. I believe stations and all that will be shared, teachers. So make sure you check your emails, or you ask Miss Facundo or Mr. Rios or Miss Lopez if you have any questions in regards to that. I'm sure they'll help you. Scholars, make sure that you come prepared. Okay, it is going to be on the cooler side, but we are going to be outside. So if you'd like to bring shorts, that's fine. But if you're the one that's like, oh my God, Mr. Chang, I'm always cold, then bring pants. Totally fine, up to you. But just know we are going to be outside, so we are going to be sweating and moving and all that stuff. So we want to make sure you're comfortable, okay? Closed-toed shoes, do not bring sandals, Crocs, none of that, okay? I recommend you bring shoes that you don't mind getting dirty, because if you were here during spring break, we had a field day over there, a very smaller one, right? And some shoes did get a little dirty. So make sure that you bring shoes that you don't really care about, or if you don't mind getting dirty, as your shoes will be super dirty, okay? But we do have awesome and fun games and activities planned. There is going to be snacks, drinks, all that stuff. We want to make sure that you guys have a great time. So look forward to that, because I promise you it's going to be good, okay? Other than that, I think that wraps up our morning announcements. You guys are an amazing audience. Thank you so much for tuning in and for watching. I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day. And remember that we are. Goodbye, everybody. We will see you tomorrow.